Rachel Maddow goes wild after Karoline Leavitt unveils secret that shocks MSNBC. Something big just went down on live TV. Rachel Maddow, MSNBC's primetime powerhouse, just lost her cool after Karoline Leavitt dropped a political bombshell that has insiders reeling. What did Leavitt reveal that sent Maddow into a fury? Stick around, because this is the Broadway of political drama. A political stage meltdown for the ages. It was supposed to be just another segment. Another Thursday night, another clash of ideologies under the fluorescent lights of studio cameras. Rachel Maddow, MSNBC's liberal icon, took her seat expecting a lively but manageable interview with Karoline Leavitt, former Trump White House assistant press secretary and a rising Republican star. But this was no ordinary political sparring match. This was opening night for a show-stopping performance no one saw coming. Act 1. The calm before the storm. Everything began as expected. Maddow's tone was firm, intellectual. Leavitt countered with sharp, practiced conservative talking points. The audience watched as two worlds collided, one cable-stitched sentence at a time. And then, in a moment that would become viral within minutes. Act 2. Leavitt's bombshell, the Maddow files. Leavitt, cool as a cucumber, reached into her folder and pulled out what she called the Maddow files, a thick stack of emails, internal memos, and one particularly juicy document labeled confidential, MSNBC Strategic Messaging 2020-2024. I think the American people deserve to know what kind of narrative building goes on behind these cameras, Leavitt said, placing the folder on the table like a mic drop in motion. Maddow's eyebrows lifted, the smile dropped, the air froze. Act 3. Rachel Maddow goes off script. In live television, there are scripted reactions, and then there's what happened next. Rachel Maddow stood up mid-segment. Her voice cracked as she leaned into the camera, demanding to know how Leavitt acquired the documents, calling it a blatant stunt, and an attempted character assassination masquerading as journalism. What followed was 10 minutes of unscripted, unfiltered Rachel, a performance so raw, so unsanctioned by producers, it's already being called the Maddow Meltdown by critics on both sides. Act 4. America reacts. Twitter, on fire. TikTok, remixing the meltdown. Conservatives are calling Leavitt a truth grenade. Liberals, a walking smear campaign. Meanwhile, MSNBC quietly edited the replay before uploading it. But by then, clips had already reached over 8.4 million views across platforms. In the folder, analysts are combing through its contents, everything from narrative talking points to off-the-record meeting transcripts. Was it real? Was it a hoax? Either way, the damage was done. In Rachel's reaction, legendary. Act 5. The curtain call. Karoline Leavitt has since done a victory lap on conservative outlets, proudly wearing her enemy of MSNBC badge. Rachel Maddow has yet to formally respond, but insiders say MSNBC is recalibrating future guest vetting policies. The network has gone radio silent, and the internet still hasn't had enough. Because when political theater meets primetime television, the line between drama and democracy gets blissfully blurry. Whether you think it was a hit job or a heroic reveal, one thing's clear: we just witnessed a moment that redefined political broadcasting. Smash that like button, subscribe for the next episode of Broadway Drama, and remember, in politics, the real drama never cuts to commercial. Logo appears on screen with dramatic sting.